So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off real quick our election results that happened on March 10th. And just to black and white tell you what happened. Our registered voters we have in town are 3,629 registered voters. For this particular election, which was a commission seat as well as our charter amendments, we had a total of 542 people voted. That's roughly 14.9% voter turnout.
Recording in progress.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Can we start over? Can we start over? Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. It's great to see you. Applause, and all that stuff. So just to recap our Oakland Town Commission seat 4 race, we had 2 candidates in Fulton with 227 votes, and Joseph McMullen with 308 votes. If you math that up, that doesn't add 542s because there's 700 votes, and the undervotes mean that 7 people did not select a box. On our Oakland charter questions, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. So all 6 have got approved, so good for us. Kind of cleans that charter up a little bit for us, and we're all good. So, with that, now we're going to move on to the fun part, which is we're going to swear in 3 commissioners here on our board. So I'm going to start first with Chris Keller. All right. Chris, right here, so can they hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, so we're gonna just read off this,
Okay.
and I try to make it as, so you want to raise your right hand? I
I, Chris Keller,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and will obey the laws of the state of Florida,
and will obey the laws of the state of Florida,
that I will in all respects
that I will in all respects
observe the provisions of the Charter
observe the provisions of the Charter
and Code of Ordinances of the Town of Oakland, Florida,
and Code of Ordinances of the Town of Oakland, Florida,
and I will faithfully perform the duties of Town Commissioner.
and I will faithfully perform the duties of Town Commissioner. Thank you. I do want to say that I am incredibly proud and humbled to continue to serve the residents of the town of Oakland. For those of you who are visiting, I was appointed last year as a commissioner when former Commissioner Rick Pollard stepped down after many years of service to the town, and it's just been my great honor to serve the residents, and I look forward to continuing to do so with thoughtful and fiscally responsible decision making. And I love this town, and a lot of us that are here love this town. I also want to take this opportunity to say that we have open ARB and planning and zoning seats, and in 2 short years we will be again having the opportunity for commission seats. And I think, as like I did, serving on the planning and zoning committee, learning about how the town things work with the town, it's a great opportunity, and we really need some good, strong folks, because I think we're gonna have a lot of stuff we've said the last couple of years of development and things coming up in the town, and that's where it starts, with that architectural review and planning and zoning committee. So whether you're here with us live or watching from home, I implore you to think about stepping up and joining one of those committees and join the rest of us in serving the town. Thank you very much.
All right, next up is Yamiko Omako. Same routine. You ready?
I'm ready.
I
I, Yumiko L. Motley,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and will obey the laws of the state of Florida,
and will obey the laws of the state of Florida,
that I will in all respects
that I will in all respects
observe the provisions of the Charter
observe the provisions of the Charter
and the Code of Ordinances of the Town of Oakland, Florida,
and the Code of Ordinances of the Town of Oakland, Florida,
and I will faithfully perform the duties of Town Commissioner.
and I will faithfully perform the duties of Town Commissioner.
Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, I'm overwhelmed with joy and gratitude this evening. I want to say thank you to God first for allowing me to accept this endeavor in His charge to me. My friends and family, my village is here. They showed up. Many times we, residents of Oakland, people want to know, where's Oakland? Well, guess what? You're here. And there's so much to know and enjoy about what we have in this town and what we have going on. So I look forward to working dutifully, faithfully, and with integrity for the work of the residents of the town of Oakland. Thank you.
Next up, Joseph McMullen. All right, you ready? I
I, Joseph P. McMullen,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United
that
States
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and I will obey the laws of the state of
and
Florida,
I will obey the laws of the state of Florida,
that I will in all respects
that I will all in all respects
observe the provisions of the Charter
observe the provisions of the Charter
and Code of Ordinances of the Town of Oakland, Florida,
and Code of Ordinances of the Town of Oakland, Florida,
and I will faithfully perform the duties of Town
and
Commissioner.
I will faithfully perform the duties of Town Commissioner.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I'm going to keep this brief. I just want to say, thank you for those that believe in me and that continue to come alongside me and, pray for me, my friends and family. But I also want to say those, by me being the only one that had the election, those who did not vote for me, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. My cell phone is everywhere. My email is everywhere. I'm here everywhere. So let's talk. And I'm just going to continue to put my head down, work hard for this town. I love this town. I've been here, plus 20 plus years. And I'm so pleased to be here and to continue to serve. And I'm really pleased to serve with those that's new on the board. With Nico, I've known him for a long time, and Ms. Keller. So I just want to say thank you to my village as well that came alongside me and supported me and just guided me and just gave me that strength. But I really want to say thank you to those that did not vote for me. Let's talk. Thank you very much.
All right, just got a couple of, just say a couple of things here. I'm gonna read this right off here because I wrote this earlier today with the help of Kathy. So after the oaths, we want to congratulate each of you taking the oath of office. This moment reflects the trust our community has placed in your leadership and your commitment to serve with integrity, transparency, and dedication. Public service is both an honor and a responsibility. The decisions we make will shape the future of our town, and I'm confident we will approach this role with thoughtfulness, collaboration, and respect for the residents we serve. I look forward to working together as we continue strengthening a vibrant town that serves all our residents. It takes a certain individual to run for elected office. I think we all can attest to that. Elect or serve a community. Regardless of the outcome of an election, there is one common denominator with those participating, and that is to make our town a great place to live, work, and play. Those that have made an effort to participate in this process should be applauded. With that being said, resident involvement is a necessity in helping guide a town to success. I'll echo what Commissioner Keller said, since she stole this from me. We currently have openings on 2 of our boards, the ARB and P&Z boards, and we welcome anyone interested in serving to apply and get involved. Again, your participation helps strengthen our community and ensures a variety of voices are heard. Thank you for stepping up to serve, and again, congratulations to you guys. Thank you. few pictures, nobody go anywhere. Where do you want to?
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, we have one more recognition and honor that we want to give tonight. So I'd like to invite our friend Sal Ramos to the front, please. Thank you, Sal. Sal, I'm going to read this that we had, and then, I think we all appreciate what you've done for us in the town. Commissioner Sal Ramos has faithfully served the town of Oakland as a town commissioner for 10 years, beginning with his 2015 appointment to fill Commissioner Willie Welch's term after earlier service on the Charter Review Committee, demonstrating a strong commitment to public service. And throughout his tenure, Commissioner Ramos has worked diligently to enhance the quality of life for residents, support responsible growth, and promote the well-being of the community. And Commissioner Ramos represents the town on Metro Plan's Orlando Municipal Advisory Board, ensuring the town's interests were heard in regional transportation and infrastructure discussions. His support for education, including the Oakland Avenue Charter School, was exemplified through both policy and personal contributions. And the town of Oakland is grateful for Commissioner Ramos' years of dedicated service and commitment to making the community a better place to live, work, and thrive. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the mayor and commission of the town of Oakland hereby recognizes and honors Commissioner Sal Ramos for 10 years of service and extends its sincere appreciation and best wishes for continued success and happiness in all future endeavors. Sal, on behalf of the town commission, we appreciate you and everything you've done to this town. Thank you.
Commissioner,
You shall yours.
open it up. Open it.
Oh, open this?
Yes, please.
Yes, very, very one of a kind.
It's not a bobblehead.
It's the first one.
Careful.
Oh, wow. You know, this is one of the ideas I had brought,
I know.
right? One of many ideas of, hey, we should give an acorn to someone one day. I didn't know we were the one getting it.
You're the first.
You know, it's been a while, but I got a few things to say. First and foremost, thank God for the opportunity I had to serve the town. I'm very grateful and humbled and honored to have served the citizens in our town. I want to thank my family, my wife. She has been a valuable soundboarding with me all the time. Thank you, Maribel. Thank you to Dennis Foltz, who talked me into being a commissioner. Vala told me, he said it was gonna be simple, easy, a couple of times a week, a couple of times a month. It's not. It's a lot of legwork, a lot of homework, a lot of preparation for each meeting. And I want to thank Pops, Mike Satterfield, Kathy Stark, Joseph McMullen, Rick Pollen. We had a stellar team. You guys are now part of another team. Thank you. Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, Jamaica. Congratulations, Joseph. It's been a true pleasure working with you guys. It's an honor. The wisdom and leadership you guys have shared with me has just, I'm going to carry it for a long time and helped me a lot here. Joseph said it during his campaign, the success of Oakland is no accident. It happens with a lot of planning, a lot of work, with a team right here behind us. And we have a lot of work yet to do,
you guys are now completing the vision we had years back. And congratulations and continue on. I'm gonna miss this setting. I have to be sitting on that side now and watching what you guys say and coming over here and asking a lot of questions, but I'm sure you guys will answer well. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank God. Thank all of you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sal. We're gonna, at 15 minutes before the 7 o'clock meeting, so you're more than welcome to hang out and meet, but if you want to hang around till the 7 o'clock and watch these people work, you're more than welcome to do that. So again, everybody, thank you very much for coming and celebrating this with us. Thank you. Mike, Commissioner Satterfield, is he in the?
Right outside.
Oh.
He's
Yell at
coming.
me, Kelly, like you yell at me. Oh.
You're missing someone.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Oh.
One for you and one for.
All right, hey, thanks. Hope you guys stayed around, I appreciate that, that's great. We're gonna call to order the Oakland Town Commission meeting for March 24th, 2026. If everybody could please stand for the pledge. Did I see Mrs. Mack come in? Yes, ma'am. Please.
Our Father, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we want to say thank you. Truly, we thank you for this community. We thank you for each and every one in this building. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good and he is merciful. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for everything that you allowed to happen this evening in this building. Lord Jesus, you told us to love ye one another. Father, can't nothing beat love. And we truly need to share that love. Lord, help us. Yesterday gone. Tomorrow not promised to us. But today is the day that the Lord has made. And he said, for God so loved the world that he gave his son. And his son gave his life. Help us to give ourselves back to you, Lord. You loaned us here for a season, for a reason. We thank you for each and every one again. On the sound of my voice, help us to be the children, the people that you would have us to be. To humble ourselves, and pray and seek your face, not seek each other's face, not seek power, but seek your face and turn from our wicked ways. Lord, help us to love. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Mack.
You sure you've never done this before, Mayor?
All right, good evening, Kathy.
Good evening. Commissioner Keller,
Here.
Vice Mayor Satterfield,
Present.
Mayor Taylor,
Here.
Commissioner Motley, Commissioner McMullen.
Okay. Again, congratulations, everyone. Looking forward to serving with you guys. We've got a couple of proclamations tonight that we'll read over, and we'll start first, Water Conservation Month. Whereas water is a basic and essential need of every living creature, and the State of Florida Water Management District and the Town of Oakland are working together to increase awareness about the importance of water conservation. And the Town of Oakland and the State of Florida have designated April, typically a dry month, when water demands are most acute, Florida's Water Conservation Month, to educate citizens about how they can help save Florida's precious water resources. And the Town of Oakland has always encouraged and supported water conservation through various educational programs and special events. And every business, industry, school, and resident can help by saving water and thus promote a healthy economy and community. And outdoor irrigation compromises a large portion of water use. The Town of Oakland will encourage residents and businesses to focus on improving outdoor irrigation efficiencies. Now therefore, I, Shane Taylor, on behalf of the Town of Oakland Commission, recognize April 2026 as Water Conservation Month. The Town of Oakland calls upon all residents and businesses to help protect our precious water resources by practicing water-saving measures and increasing awareness of the importance of conservation. Check your irrigations. Now's your time to do it, right, Mike? That's it. There you go. All right, moving on is the Child Abuse Prevention Month, Wear Blue Day. Florida's future depends on the well-being of its children, and child abuse and neglect have serious consequences for families and society. And all children deserve a safe, healthy, and supportive environment. And strong support systems help parents and caregivers provide nurturing homes. And the entire community plays a role in fostering children's development. And Child Abuse Prevention Month and Wear Blue Day raise awareness and encourage action to strengthen families. Now therefore, I, Shane Taylor, on behalf of the Town of Oakland Commission, do proclaim April 2026 as Child Abuse Prevention Month and Friday, April 10th, 2026 as Wear Blue Day to raise awareness about child abuse and neglect. There we go. All right, moving on to our consent agenda, and the items on the agenda are approval of February 24, 2026 Town Commission regular meeting minutes, approval to negotiate a one-year agreement with Discover After School for before and after school provider contract, that's RFP 2026-01, and approval of the Disney litigation mediation, approval of agreement with Garcia Civil Contractors for improvements of the intersection of Winters Landing Drive and Mackey Avenue. That's bid number 2026-02. And lastly, approval of a road surfing project of Mill Holland Way, Vandermeer Avenue, Star and Devon Street. Are there any questions, concerns, or anybody? I'm going to ask that we remove item E, approval of the road surfacing project of Mill Holland Way, Vandermeer Avenue, Star and Devon Street. There's some issues on there, items I would like to have a public works director answer for us before we proceed with that. So that will come back to us. We'll table that right now. Any comments or questions?
I just wanted to know, as it relates to item C, the approval of the Disney litigation mediation, was the town of Oakland a party to that litigation?
Do you want to? Yes.
Pam is here. We
Yeah.
could actually call her up.
Yeah.
Good evening, I'm Pam Dwyer, principal at the school. So the answer is technically, the town of Oakland is the owner and operator of the school, so ultimately yes, but the financial responsibility lie upon the school, Oakland Avenue Charter School, in regards to any debt that is owed back due to the tax assessment issues that were related to Disney's tax assessments for the last several years. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay, with that, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to accept the consent agenda tabling item E.
Okay, second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, so the other issue we have on here tonight is the election of vice mayor, and as you know, the election of vice mayor occurs with election plus periodically once a year if there is no elections. Currently, Vice Mayor Satterfield is the vice mayor. So with that, would we like to nominate anyone else, or are we satisfied? Anyone?
I'm satisfied.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so
So Mike-
we're all in agreement.
I nominate Mike Satterfield.
Okay, so recommendation to continue having Mike Satterfield as our vice mayor.
Well, I guess I keep the shirt.
Yeah, you keep it. Congratulations. Okay. All right, good job. Another year.
The only reason I wore it, I thought I was gonna have to change,
Yeah.
my whole life.
All right, next on the item is the liaison board. Kathy, do you want to speak to the liaison board and what we have there?
Sure. Yes, good evening. There are, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. We have 5 boards here. One was previously held by Sal Ramos, and we need to fill that vacancy with the Metro Plan Orlando Municipal Advisory Committee, or otherwise known as the MAC. That board meets the first Thursday of the month at 9:30 a.m. And the other boards have representatives, so it just depends if the other representatives want to stay on their board, or do they want to try a different board for the next year. So that's a discussion among you all. Thank you.
Thank you. So just to reiterate what Kathy said, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards, Metro Plan, which was previously held by Commissioner Ramos. Myself, I sit on the West Orange Chamber of Commerce Board, which I'm happy to continue doing. Our town manager, Elise Hui, sits on the Open Nature Preserve Board as a member of the town, and Vice Mayor Satterfield is the Principal Advisory Council, and then Commissioner McMullen is the Florida League of Cities. Are you guys okay with your continuing memberships?
I'm fine.
Okay. So we need to fill the Metro Plan Board with that. Takers.
I would be happy to take on that responsibility. I've expressed to Elise that now that I am re-up for 4 more years, that I want to continue to support the town and be as engaged and involved as I can. So with that opening, I'm happy to take on that responsibility for the town.
Also, we appreciate that. Is anybody good with it? Okay. Do we need to make a motion or anything, or are we just going to throw around?
Yes, please make a motion.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion for Chris Keller to be our representative for the Metro Plan Orlando Municipal Advisory Committee.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Congratulations, Commissioner Keller. Okay, so now we've come to the Barber's Public Forum. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak on any topic that is not on the current agenda, if you would like to raise your hand or come up to the podium and speak. No takers. Okay, sounds good. Then we'll close the public forum, and we'll go to the town manager.
Good evening. So I want to first just start by thanking our canvassing board, Mayor Taylor, Vice Mayor Satterfield, Kathy, and myself. We spent a couple days, Kathy spent more than the rest of us at the Supervisor of Elections office. That's part of the process. If any of you are ever inclined to find out how the election process works at the Supervisor of Elections, there's public viewings for everything. You can go down there and see how all the equipment works. I think Mayor Taylor found it very interesting. He asked a ton of questions, as you could expect, but it's a very important part of the process to actually go down there and watch all the election results coming in and certify the election. So I appreciate everybody being willing to be part of that. Celebration Among the Oaks is coming up Saturday, 10 to 1, so bring the kiddos out, have a good time. If you don't have kiddos, come out anyway. There'll be a lot of good vendors and food trucks. We're looking forward to that. The Art and Heritage Center annual report was in the agenda packet. If you didn't have a chance to see that, Lynn did a fantastic job kind of recapping everything that the Art and Heritage Center did this last year in 2025. So take a look at that. We have a new exhibit opening April 18th through the July 24th at the Arts and Heritage Center. It'll have to do with colors and should be very vibrant. So the artist opening is April 16th, so that should be a fun night. And then Firefly Nights at Oakland Nature Preserve are March through April, and you can find those dates on ONP's website. You don't have to pay, you just can go down there, walk through the boardwalk, and hopefully see some fireflies. I did want to talk a little bit about legislative session. So legislative session wrapped up. There was no budget approved. So they're going to go into special session, and it sounds like that they may be calling a special session, if not in conjunction with the budget session, but separate for property taxes to continue that talk. So we need to keep up our discussions about what that means to the town of Oakland. There is a new page on the Oakland website. It's called Property Tax Info. It's on the finance page, so we're starting to relay some of that information to the general public about what that looks like. In addition, there were a whole bunch of bills that were passed that are headed to the governor's desk that are not friendly to municipalities. So we're keeping an eye on those. There's extra things we'll have to be doing without any extra funding. So we will be keeping a close eye on those, and we should have more information as they get signed by the governor. That's all I have.
Okay, and you're still going to try to do the workshops with the budget once we get
We
the
will,
information?
and we'll be required next year to probably do some additional budget work sessions or activities as part of one of the bills that's coming through as well.
Okay, thank you. Kathy?
Oh, sure. Thank you. A big shout out and thank you to all of our residents who voted. We had a solid voter turnout at 15%, which is very good for a local election. And as you all have heard earlier, we have openings on the Appearance Review Board and the Planning and Zoning Board. So please see me if you're interested. That's it.
Awesome, thank you very much. Andrew, anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Ashley?
Hi there, Ashley was City Manager of Human Resources and Payroll here at the town. I would like to acknowledge 3 employees that are celebrating anniversaries this month. I'm going to start with the gentleman in back that is here representing Oakland Police Department, Mr. Justin Howe. He is celebrating 3 years of service. I'd also like to acknowledge Riley Carroll. He works on our maintenance team in Public Works, celebrating 2 years with us. And then Carrie Sykes, a 5th grade teacher at Oakland Avenue Charter Schools, celebrating 5 years of service. So thank you to our employees.
Thank you. Chief, Deputy Chief, anything?
I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate Sergeant Gow.
Yes.
Not only has he been here 3 years, but he managed to grow facial hair.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, on a serious note, not only congratulations, but thank you to the commissioners who are willing to be a part of this team. I look forward to working with each one of you over the next 4 years or until you fire me. And for those of you that don't want to have to be heard, have to have Lieutenant Castro harass you, the 5K is already open for registration.
Until November.
November 21st is the 5K, but he started pressuring us already. But it is open for registration. We look forward to having the largest crowd we've had to date. Last year was just around 150, I believe, so we're going to shoot for 200 this year and see what we can do. It's been a really good success, and we're able to put the money right back into the community, so look forward to that. Thank you.
Great. Hey, would you like to talk a little bit about the police cruisers that are coming in, the new ones, and or do you want to give everybody a heads up about the new color scheme?
So
I think he just said no.
yeah, like being biased in a lease school, and it's never say no to the mayor. So we're actually supposed to take delivery of one of the new ones this week, hopefully at the latest Saturday. You will notice a complete new color scheme, paint scheme on the police cars that are coming in. We're transitioning. They're going to be white based instead of black and white mixed, with a very colorful design that was designed by one of our own. Kelly Sims designed it, and it's going to. I'm really excited to see it. I saw it on paper today. It looks really good, and eventually, we're not going to restripe the cars we already have. Just through attrition, we would put the new paint scheme. Financially, it doesn't make sense to change the color of the ones we already have. So, but we will see a new color scheme rolling around town. It is an open police car, believe it or not, and it's updated the latest technology in safety equipment, which is really good. We'll give some demonstrations to the commission and let you see what we're doing. The safety equipment we were able to get donated to us for free, so we're not paying for that. But it is cutting edge. To give you just approaching another emergency vehicle that's also, could be driving at a high speed. It'll also alert you of paramedics, fire trucks, anything like that. So as you approach the intersection, you can approach it a lot safer, and it's gonna reduce crashes, things like that for emergency responses. And there's a bunch of other features, really, really good. But Lieutenant Castro, if we take delivery of the car before Saturday, he'll have it at Celebration on the Oaks. Unfortunately, I will not be here, but he will go ahead and show it off to everybody, as well as the side-by-side, which you've already seen, but we'll have that out here as well. So when we see the new cars, we'll explain more about it. I'm excited to see these things.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's my job. And Renee, we expect if you bring that car, dressed as the Easter Bunny, probably.
I said I won't be here.
Yeah, pretty cool paint scheme that's coming in on this. Let's see, John Neville, Public Works Director.
Yes, thank you. So with Public Works, it's not really much to report tonight, just letting everybody know I'm reaching out to the surrounding cities to introduce myself to the directors and Public Works and Utilities. I'm also looking forward to Cato and just preparing for this budget season.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Parker?
The only thing I have is last Thursday evening, I had an opportunity, or actually a privilege, to meet with the Oakland Point Homeowners Association and give them kind of an overview of our sewer project that's in design right now and how it will affect their neighborhood or not affect their neighborhood in the near future. I see a couple of residents here that were there Thursday night. And I also had another easement that we were negotiating that night. So it was a good turnout. I think we had about a dozen or 14 people. So that's it.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, do we hear everybody? I think we did. All right, we'll start with Commissioner Kelly.
So, again, thank you to the town and everybody for letting me be able to serve for 4 more years. I'm super excited to continue and also now being part of Metro Plan, just continuing my service to the town. I did want to say that I really enjoyed Principal Dwyer's report. In the reports, if you ever look through the packet, because we get the same packet that y'all get, or y'all have access to the packet that we get before each meeting, and it was really fun reading through the school report from Principal Dwyer and seeing what all the kids at every grade are doing and all the activities that they have coming up. It was, if you have kiddos that might be going to Oakland Charter someday, or it was just really fun to see all the different activities that kids were doing. So thank you for such a fun report. It was great to see.
You think 5th grade gets to go to Universal?
Yeah, I know.
Next week.
Wow.
I know, but just all their different little projects and the things that they're implementing to learn different things, and you get to a point where you feel like, I love to learn, and I think it's important to always be learning and expanding. Like, obviously being on the commission, I've learned a lot of new things, but just seeing all the activities that are planned around the different things and how they apply to how they learn things was really fun to see. I also wanted to say, just kind of an extension of what Commissioner McMullen said after swearing in, and I've said this before, but we are all accessible to you, whether it's through the town website, through our emails, call the town. Some of us have our cell phones available, but if not, even then, you can just call the town. I think, I'm always frustrated, and I'll be honest, I'm never going to comment on social media, but don't tag the town on the individual pages. We are so lucky to live in a town that you can literally call up, pick up the phone and call or email us. If there's something that's a concern, please reach out. I mean, we live in a 2 square mile town. If you can't reach out to any one of us or all of us, you can literally go on the website, click commission, and it'll send an email that we all get, including the town staff, that can be addressed. I think that it's really important, and please share with your friends that if you want to know what's going on in the town, and again, I've said this before, follow the town page, follow the Heritage Center page, follow the PD page. You'll get firsthand the information. You'll also get great information. Kelly does a great job on there was a road, some road work being done, or whether it's town events. And if there's something that concerns you, again, we're so fortunate to live in a town that you can literally call and talk to Elise or reach out to us, and we're here to answer those questions for you. And I think it's important to share that, because I think sometimes we live in this world where it's so easy to go to social media and post something, but you don't get a response there. And again, it's something, a lot of times I see stuff that I want to comment on, but obviously our lawyer can tell you that, like, once we comment as a commissioner, for one, I like to keep my Facebook page just my friends and family. My Facebook page becomes a public record. It's a big thing, because that information, if we interact, has to be public record. So don't leave it up to, somebody thinks or somebody whatever, when you can literally call us. And so I know that all of us serve the town, are willing to answer your questions and try to address anything. And again, you can always come here to the meetings. So it was just something I wanted to share. And then I'll see you Saturday at Celebration of the Oaks, another one of our great town events. So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Motley? Drum roll.
Oh, boy. Don't have very much to say, just want to thank each and every one of the commissioners, as well as the town staff, for being accessible and welcoming me to the seat. I'm eager to work. I look forward to purposeful work and optimism. And my only agenda is to serve the residents in the town of Oakland. So with that, thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank Commissioner Motley, because we are starting a brand new commissioner orientation process, and she has agreed to be our first guinea pig. So it'll be a very formal process that we're going to try moving forward, so that if we get somebody that hasn't maybe served on one of the boards, she served on Charter Review Committee, but doesn't have the background of somebody that served for 16 years on Planning and Zoning Board or something, then we can step them through the process. They can meet all the department heads. Commissioner Keller kind of did her own, setting up her meetings and things like that, but we're gonna have a very formal process and test it out and see what she thinks, so.
And bringing up Charter Review, I again want to thank all of the members of the Charter Review Committee that were appointed along with me, because we did do some arduous work, and we were able to present 6 amendments on the ballot that were all passed by vote. So thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your work on that. Commissioner McMullen?
Just to be really brief, again, just want to echo thank yous, and also echo my availability, as I mentioned forever. But on last Thursday, I'm surprised no one mentioned, but last Thursday, Ashley, Gabby, Elise, and Commissioner Keller, myself, attended the Tri-County League lunch, and we heard from this FLC president, and I think about 7 state legislators about the things, 7 state legislators around the area, about some of the things that they needed, some of their frustrations as well. But it was a good luncheon, very educational. It went a little long, but it was just good to see what's going on in different areas, along with, sit down and talk with different elected around Tri-County area. That was last Thursday at the FLC building. That's what happened.
Thank you. Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations. I hate this sorry. Yeah, we need one. Congratulations to the 3 of y'all. Here's to another fun lineup for a few years. I'm sure it's going to be very successful for all of us. It's just going to be fun going forward. So, and only other thing I want to say is I still want to reiterate, I think Chris said it, I think Shane has said it, getting on these boards is so, so important. It really shows you and gives you a snapshot of what it's like to be on this side of the table. It really gives you an edge on experience, on what to expect, how to expect, why to expect. So please listen to everyone. If you have the time and you can't take the time, please help us out, because we need you on this board. As much as I'm pushing the experience that you get from it, as they are, we flat out need you. In all the years that I've been doing this, if it wasn't for the boards, we could have never gotten anywhere we needed to be. the residents make it all, so help us out. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to, just for everybody on the board here, and the new ones and the residents as well, just kind of highlight some projects that our town staff's been working on. I've been involved in a few of them. If you recall, we talked a while back about a cell tower and the telecom ordinance, because, you know, cell tower reception here is absolutely horrible. So we have been working with our town attorney and drafting a telecom ordinance that will allow the construction and siting of cell towers on designated town-owned property. Those specifics are being drafted. We're trying to go through this, so that will be coming before us here soon. One staff ordinance, and I think there's a special exception that has to go along with that. So once all that is completed, and then simultaneously, town manager will go out to an RFP to solicit bids for a operator carrier. There's several large companies that handle and build cell towers, but allowing us to place it on town-owned property, we lease that property out to those carriers or the tower owner operators. And then on top of that, the town then receives revenues off not only leased land, but also off of the carriers themselves. So the more carriers you get, the more land you get. So in some instances, it could be a very big win for the town for revenue stream that's coming in. And that's utilizing some assets that the town has, which is vacant land. That would work. Right now, the area that we're looking at putting that would be behind the police department on some vacant land that we have there. So that's where that tower will go, and that should be able to hit, I think, everybody here. So we'll start to see that coming in. The other thing we've been working on, and this is something we approved, or is a Touch Street overlay ordinance that will be coming through. This is taking Touch Street, it will provide an economic opportunity for the town and kind of to help us establish kind of a main street as you come off of 50. And it will tie in from the 50 all the way up to kind of the town center right here. It'll also establish commercial opportunities, a corridor that will reflect our charm of our town center. It'll also allow a mix of uses that would include retail, restaurant, residential, office, and also part of that streetscape will be a defined streetscape plan that we would look at developers' appetite to come in. I think it's a very healthy appetite to come in and do a private partnership with us to help us fund some of these initiatives on Town Street. So that ordinance is being reviewed by Kimley Horn, which is our town engineer, and then that will go through Garrett, the town attorney, and all of us to come through and take a look at it. The other good thing about having this town ordinance is if you've ever read land development, there's gaps and some contradictions that happen in there. So this will clean up some of those contradictions and gaps in our land development code. I know that the town staff and the contracted town planner has been very busy with developers that have been coming to town. I think as of right now, there's 19 potential developments that would be coming into 50, which is very, very good. They're in various stages. Some are just conceptual. Some, we've approved 4th Street. That one's completed. But there's a few that's coming by Tractor Supply. So if you think about 50 and every vacant lot that's on 50, there are, I think everyone, but just a couple that are being touched right now. And there's a couple of them that are in town that will come in. When I say in town, off of 50, but a majority of them are on 50. And it's holding true. The town planner and Elise have been doing a great job scrutinizing who is coming in to town. So we're not allowing the car dealerships and the car washes and the gas stations and the simple stuff that's easy to build and get out. we're being very meticulous about what we are allowing in town, and it's gotta be something that caters to the residents. So, we'll be seeing things starting to come in a little bit to ARB and P and Z over a little while, but kudos to the town staff for reading through all that. There is, so, by allowing some of these items to come in and allowing this commercial to hit in, I know we've been talking about this, and with what's on the plate, Tallahassee, and what could come in with the homestead or the property tax issue, and that's not finalized yet. By us focusing our attention to the commercial economic development, that will help us tip the scales a little bit in our favor. Because right now, the town relies on 74 to 75% of residential tax that comes in. So by us focusing on what we're trying to do here and push us in, and if you recall, when I ran 2 years ago, that was my focus. My focus was to bring in this commercial development in a thoughtful and a very constructive manner, not to ruin the charm of this town. And that's not something we want to do. I live here just like you live here, and we do not want to do that. But we have the opportunity to be selected. But by allowing this to come in, it kind of helps tip the scales a little bit on that favor, and lessens the burden on the resident to help pay for some of the services that happen here. So that's probably the most important part of trying to do this as well. So that's what's coming up on projects that I know the town staff has been working on, and again, any commissioner, you just get with Elise, and she kind of give you a whole rundown of what's happening. And if you'd like, in Mike Parker's office, he's got a whiteboard, it's color coded, and you can see all the big projects that Mike is working on as well. There's a lot of them out there, there's a lot of things that are happening. In this little small town, it's amazing how much happens here as well with this wonderful staff we have. And John L, if you want to go to his office, just bust in the door there, and and see what he's got going on. The other topic I kind of wanted to bring up, and I think it's a very important one, and I honestly consider it, and it's a food truck ordinance. We're having, and again, I will say right now, I am not opposed to food trucks. I think food trucks are awesome. I think they're cool to have. I think it creates this vibe in the community. But what I would not want to see is just food trucks just popping up everywhere. I think there has to be some sort of a control feature to where they're allowed to operate and how they're up to operate and stuff. So I've asked the town manager to take a look at that as well and try to do this before it gets out of hand. If you notice, the coffee food truck or coffee trailer up there, awesome. It looks great. I have not yet had a chance to stop by, but what they're doing there in the landscaping and all that, it's a great model. But they're down the street a little bit, and there's 2 food trucks, and there's one on the right of way. So it's just things like that we have to kind of look at. And then the Tractor Supply, there's some food trucks that are happening there. We just need to designate those areas where we're going to allow something like that and what the parameters are on something like that. What you don't want to do is have so much of the food trucks in town that it takes away from the brick and mortar that could potentially come into town. Because if you were a brick and mortar restaurant or an owner, you don't want to compete with somebody who's not having to pay the taxes, who's not having to run a real business. So it's just, we have to be methodical about what we're doing there. So that's it for me on that. So thank you for hearing my rant. Anything else?
So you might want to get with Mike Parker, because I think we had a food truck ordinance before, when we started doing food truck night. I'm sorry, I apologize. I know.
Yeah, no, I can address that. So we started looking at a food truck ordinance when the state said that we could not disallow food trucks. So we started looking at it, and part of what we came into is we just had a couple food trucks in town. And so then when we started looking into it, it was who's gonna oversee this, right? Who's gonna oversee the process and make sure that they're licensed and this and that. And we ended up coming to the resolution, this was when Town Manager Steve Kuntz was still with us, and that we were creating more of an administrative problem than we had a problem, right? And so what we had said at the time was that if it started to become more of an issue, we would revisit at that time. But we had started setting the baseline recommendations at that time. So we have something to work off of, and then we just need to figure out who's gonna enforce it.
Yeah, and again, I mean, like I said, I'm not against the food trucks. I think if you had a area set aside where it's several food trucks in the evening, that would be pretty cool. I've seen it done in other towns where they've had an area set aside where it's just a gathering spot. But again, you want to be able to control the use so that it's not, number one, public safety is going to become an issue, trash. And at least that the state has, they will not allow you to really enforce a lot of this stuff. Like, for example, you can't ask for certain things. You have to, you have to have a food service license and something like that. So there's certain things that we as the town can do, but there's certain things you cannot enforce that the state has issued, and that being what you said earlier is one of those issues. So I look forward to it. I think it will be I think it's a great asset if it's in certain areas of town, and that's just something we need to think about is what sections of town do you want to allow those? And the other thing is they have to be in certain areas like commercial, industrial areas. You can't just have it in your front yard or an HOA or anything like that. So they have to be there, and then there's other things where you have to get permission from the owner that, hey, I'm allowing this to be on property and stuff like that. So just something to think about. So that's to come down the pike here with all the other stuff that's going to be cranking out. So you joined the commission at a very fun time. So yeah, so is there anything else that anybody has? For the good of the order? No? Joseph?
All right, if our hearts and minds are satisfied, but before we adjourn, I want to emphasize what Ms. Mack has told many people in this room and outside the room, let's lead with love.